Boop, 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 boop. Ha. My hair is in these bun thingies. I mean, in a way, this is a cute hairstyle. Funny how everything is very purpley matching. All I need is like a purple sheet here for my bed or something. Or even like a purple cover here. Could always re-dye this. It's not re-dyeing and collecting more purple. I mean, look. Fucking lotion over here that's purple. There is a day I do need to actually use the cool shirt I have that you can draw glow on. Though I don't know what I would need to acquire camera-wise in order for that to glow correctly. Let me think on that. We'll do that soon. This battery should be good. I mean, I barely use this besides being like... Wait for it. Just for that. Anyways, blibble blabs. The fucking winter storm blew through and just kind of was sitting here at home in the dock. But this time around, thankfully, we had water, so a nice blessing in disguise to be like, oh, I can have hot water. Like, gosh, the amount of tea I drank was just... But that's only conveniently because I just literally went to the store the day before shit went down. And I got like... The usual box of tea has, what, 10, 15 packets in it, so... Oh my god, I had like 40 or 50 packets, and I have not even touched all of them. Oh, bollocks. Hang on, I gotta come back. This bun has just... It snapped. I'll be back. Wee. Flipping and sliding, bipping and bopping. I'm in my command chair now. Ow! My knuckle. Just trying to remember what I was saying. It's like 2 seconds. Rain. Anyways. Winter storm. Insanity. Just in the darkness. I'm like, well, they think they might get power back before Monday. Which was screaming because it was like, it was right at the precipice of things in the fridge and freezer that were about to go bad, which is majorly bad because my sister, she has a newborn. All the milk was gonna get expired. That was the biggest issue, like shit. She has all this stuff ready to go and it's about to be just destroyed because I can't just have some kind of power source. Obviously, in the long run, it would have been smart if we had... What is it? I believe they have propane mini fridges? Look that up, so... Come with me to the off-screen. Wait! Look at that! Ah, Iceco, of course. And look... Ah! They're like $500 to $300. Low price propane mini fridge. That's not low price. And besides, that's Amazon. But still, that's expensive. But knowing that this major natural disaster happens every year, I've seen it happen the past now 3 years. It just is kind of like on the list of, hey, either get some kind of portable fridge freezer thing that you can move off site or something, or don't have it at all. That pretty much, well, now it's kind of shifted the timeline because the previous year this freeze out happened the week of Valentine's week, so everyone was kind of like trapped inside, just hanging out with what was it, no water, no heat, no electricity, and major icing on the road, so no one could really leave because cars weren't capable. So that sucked majorly. I mean, you could walk if you wanted to be super bundled up, but yada yada from that experience. because it's thawed, it's melted. We do have a tree stuck semi-part on the house. Thankfully, it looks like it only like scraped some of the roof. So we've lucked out in the best kind of way. Because there was quite a bit of other trees that snapped, and you're like, oh. Seeing like other people having the transformer break right in front of them, and you're like, no. Moving on, because everyone's gonna be talking about this till the next snow apocalypse, ice apocalypse, winter apocalypse. Just a Texas apocalypse. You hear? Say, what the fuck is this? Proceed. If my brain will catch up, maybe some sugar. You know what? Just some. So sweet, so delicious. Go away, propane things. We don't need you on my screen. Actually, I do need that screen back. I lied. Dismiss that off my screen. Come along, because I totally forgot what I was gonna load. itch.io. Okay? The big old web browser where you can see developers, the different jams, the different creative ability coming together for different types of video games. Like there's a whole bunch of Resident Evil style games, 8-bit pixel, survival horror, random retellings of stories where they create an entire new genre out of a title, make a satire, make a parody, or just use different mechanics in a different way that opens up storytelling for so many other ideas to come forth, like this one. Apparition. Good job, brain, you remembered? Yeah, I guess you're gonna have to fix the screen a bit. Just tweak it just a smidge and widdly boots. Apparition. And you're gonna be able to read this with me, so get on over here. Apparition is a story of Heather and Eden, a displaced young adult taking refuge in an abandoned house, and the ghost of its previous occupant. When their otherworldly bond is threatened, Heather must find a way to summon the love of her life from the beyond. And already from that alone, the title, it's a supernatural LGBT plus romance and a walking exploration game. So you get to see a RPG Maker 8-bit style adventure game. You have the character portraits. I'm assuming Heather is this one with the coffee shop hipster bro beanie hat who's displaced right now, taking refuge, and Eden, who, based on the garb she's wearing and braid, is someone who's not from like this time era anymore. There's a new version. It's about 30-45 minutes. There is content warning, death, homelessness, witchcraft, and allusions to homophobia and Christianity. Of course, that's gonna come up because you just can't get rid of them. Throw them. Now, wow, they worked with quite a bit of programs to get this set up. Props, because apparently the first game they've made, a submission for the first Game Jam Winter of 2021. Ooh, whoa! Apparition is based on a short film that they wrote and directed. Hey! I'm stoked by that. I really hope they continue their work. Let's see, and obviously you can get it on Mac, Linux, and Windows. Mixtape, 2 years. Film streaming and 1-year anniversary. Oh. might as well click on it.
Oh, look at that. That's cute. Oh, you made a playlist.
Ooh, a little saucy on it, but hey. Of course, lithium would be on there. Evanescence is the prime main catalyst for that ghostly, ethereal? Otherworldly darkness, but seductive, heartbreaking, and just almost like that. I don't know a word to explain the premise of when you see, like in anime and TV shows, where a spirit, a glowing light just disperses and it's gone. Just to explain, when something so pure energy and filled with emotion, then just evaporating before your eyes. If there is a word or a way to explain that kind of sensation, to live through that kind of supernatural experience, that'd be great to understand. Because there's all these other kinds of words that explain different emotions for different things, but that I want something to explain my word process. Oh, look at that. Hang on. Sorry to heed this, but they have another game. Following a girl with memory-related illness participating in a medical trial. Murder, mystery, and fear. Let's click on that. Click on you because I want to look at that. Hey, that's a lot of characters. Ooh, your art style. Look at this. And varying different heights. A medical mystery horror visual novel. Ooh, the prologue's coming out this year. Ka-ching. So, do we get to learn about people? What is Black Swamp? Medical theme? Center left pink cardigan. Mikhail. So, oh my gosh, we get to play. I mean, can't tell if the one way to the other side is the shortest, but it looks like the one in the pink cardigan. Off-centered in the pink cardigan is like a small bean. We get to play very small, which is appreciated because I'm small. Not mega small, but I can't reach the top shelf of most things. Anyways, you follow who has a photography student with memory-related issue, offered a chance to recover. But her friend offers this opportunity who's running in a medical, but this is for your thesis, so you're not an actual practicing medical professional yet. A wide range of themes? No, eugenics, no! Of course we deal with medical trials, that's gonna be the first thing. And of course, ableism. Just come up though, you're like, what? Chuck you off. Obviously, abuse. And horror obviously is gonna play into that very heavily. Even though the story is apparently about healing, there's still gonna be darkness. But still, thankfully, since this is queer-driven, with a queer offer, they will take this into account when interpreting it, so the story can have a queer experience instead of being straight and like, please, we don't need any more straight things. There can be a variety. Blah, blah, blah. And I just move on. Obviously, prologue coming out. Awesome. Tend to gameplay style. Focus on more of a story than literal gameplay, which is fine. Because especially if it's a murder, medical, mystery game, we are there to observe, to absorb information, to make executive decisions, and try to save the day, or save our life, or protect someone we care about, or just unravel the mystery around it all. Blah, blah, blah. So you're not returning to RPG Maker, but several programs to code the VN, such as RenPy, which it can do quite a bit if you either have a good coder or know how to read the code. Anyways, pretty awesome. Loosey-goosey. Announcing it, but it's like, hey, I will check around your Twitter. Cart EYRS. Okay. Murder, Mystery, and Memory. I'm excited. And I should be following you. Make sure I follow you back. Alright. Let us scoot up to the game, which I need to go back to the other clickings. Okay, none of my other little hair things are breaking, so I can proceed on and see what the game's about. The screen wasn't showing. Well, what can you do? Anyways, to the game, to the game. Oh, I could have just done that and would have made the picture easier to see. Oh, I feel dumb. Which, just to praise it, this, what is it called? Title screen. It's very beautifully put, even though it's simply an image and the UI on the bottom, but aesthetically, everything fits. It's that dark green, these leaf vines, the forlorn look. You can tell a lot about already the story from just this depiction, because you can even see they made a ghostly hand as well. I love it. Now, to the game and seeing what happens, which actually I should probably click on the options. Why do I need to worry about dashing? Music. Let me leave it at that, because honestly, some of this blast in my ears, some of these little sounds, I'm like, eh. Okay, I think we're good. I don't know what just happened. Hang on. Proceed to the new game. Ooh. Resourceful Odysseus. Odious? Odious? Odyssey? Odyssey. Ah. Letaire's son and Zeus's child. What now, you unlucky man? Why leave the sunlight? Come to this joyless place and see the dead. Are we reading an actual novel? I swear I've heard that before, but I don't see, like, maybe this is like school literature. Move from the pit and pull away your sword and speak the truth. So I make drink the blood. Tear. How do you say that? This person obviously knows how to say it, but wait. Tiresias. Okay. Tiresias. Eden, you know I'm bad at reading these names. What has happened to this place? I see just holes in the ground, freaking giant spider webs. Is that all these papers on the wall? What is going on? And 2 beds. All right. So this is Heather, our main character, side swooping, kind of edgy. All right. To tell you the truth, love. So I'm gonna guess maybe they've already established themselves as a couple at this point, or that's just a pet name. I think Homer's pretty overrated. I mean, there is so many different literary works out there besides talking about just Homer. Sure, you take appreciation of the work that's been handed down, but across the globe, how many different stories from even that same time period could come about with even more magic to the words itself? But anyways, then why am I reading this? Because it's cute to hear you struggle. Oh, you're a bit of a sadist? Ugh. And because I like hearing your voice. Oh, she has two sides, the devil and the angel. Heather's not buying it. Unless she's like, swoon. This is my girlfriend, Eden. She's precocious and likes to catch me off guard. I don't mean to tease you, love. Do you? Do you? Do you really? Say you absolutely do. You're right, I do. We met about a year ago. Okay, I didn't have a reason to think anyone was inside this house. I had nowhere to stay and her back door wasn't locked. Is this supposed to be an innuendo? Why don't you grab an easier one? Are you just trying to tell me I need to dumb down my rating? Like something written in English? And even the little face, the little character, she's like, come on, something in English. Homer's in English. And just the deadpan eyes. The names aren't. There's a wild on the top shelf collecting dust, if you wouldn't mind bringing it over. Oh, we get to do walk it. Look at that. Oh my god, our character's so tiny and chibi-like. It's so cute. Can I fall in the hole? Oh, I can't. Damn. Can I interact with the junk? Other people stayed here before me, I guess. I'd clean their stuff up, but I don't like going outside unless I have to. Some stuff's been kind of useful, actually. Can I click on the holes? No? Can I? Some glass? Wait, can I? I don't want to walk on it. Let me touch it. Scary bear? I clicked on the bear. What do you mean this is a mix of both of your clothes? But I'm not pointing in that direction. Anyways. Don't have much between us, so it all fits in one dresser. Can I interact with the bear? I mean, this bear's seen better days. Cute. How about this? No, not the giant cobwebs. Oh, well, yeah. You're in an abandoned house. There's not going to be no power, no water. What about this? Oh, can I not interact with it? Maybe if I interact this way. To the side? No? Is the ceiling collapsing? Why do we have rocks in here? Maybe look outside. Look at the notes. Some Euripid plays. I taped these up for Eden before remembering pages have two sides. But still, you put it up there so she could read it, because it seems she's... In this world of ghosts, she can't interact with the living world items, which... You're there to interact, and you can't even pick up a book and enjoy flipping the pages anymore. That would be... mess with someone greatly. But anyways, I guess we're going to the bookshelf. Absolutely packed. Frankenstein, the picture of Dorian Gray. Isn't the picture of Dorian Gray like a book that the character becomes evil? If I'm remembering the synopsis. Study in Scarlet. I mean, might as well. It's giving me the option. I took the book. Its cover was nearly falling off from all the use. Oh, you found it. Oh, was that the book? I didn't even assume it was gonna be that. You just said wild, but I was like, oh. Right, author's name. Is there any more books? Here. Come back and sit with me. Okay, I'm coming. I sit back with Eden and begin to read. Oh, she's missing a shoe. No. In the afterlife and having only one of your shoes? The audacity of the afterlife. Well, at least you have a comfy bed to sit on, which you're technically able to sit on the bed without, like, falling through. Yeah, we won't worry too much about the physics of ghosts and the level of where they go. Anyways, Eden, I really could listen to you forever. ... I wish you could do more. The 1 year strife where you really have those compromises you gotta figure out. Like, hey, I want you to hold my hand, but you're a ghost, and I can't hold your hand back. This is a dilemma. Like, just appreciate that slow pan up of an image. And the sound of the piano playing. Ooh! What a moment. I really don't like to think about it, but Eden's dead. Really? Our first meeting wasn't traditional. I had woken up on my first night in the house and found a ghost floating above me, staring me down, just like, hey, I haven't had guests in a while. I nearly fell out the window in shock. But she was nothing like I would have thought. No throwing objects, no eerie groans, no rattling chains. She was extremely smart and kind. She agreed to let me stay as long as I read to her, because she couldn't pick up her books anymore. Ah, really? That is devastating. You being trapped in mortal plane, having all these books at your disposal, and you can't pick them up. You can't even, like, stick your hand in and read from that way. Which they talked about in the synopsis, where Heather has to find a way to summon from beyond, which, how exactly is that going to work? Because that means we either have to sacrifice somebody's body so she can enter in that body, or somehow materialize her soul into living flesh and blood. I mean, maybe there's a book. They did say in the content warnings witchcraft, so there might be a solution there. And it was an okay arrangement at first, but the longer I stayed here, the more I fell in love with her. Oh. And that terrified me. You know, there's always one way. Why look at me with the bedroom eyes? What do you mean? I mean, it's ridiculous, but... Eden, is there a way to change this? You know it kills me not knowing what would happen. Oh gosh, and even character image, you see the stress, the anxiety. What happened? Suddenly. Eden got very quiet. Why is it? What is happening? Ah! Her energy made me extremely tense. What are you doing? Are you trying to possess me? You good, Eden? You could summon me. You're giving me some vibes I'm concerned with here. You could get a spell book and candles and everything. I can barely get through your plays. You want me to read a spell book? I thought you wanted to be with me. Eden. Of course I do. Whoa, she disappeared. Suddenly she disappeared. And reappeared in front of me. Hi, what you doing? You can't be serious, okay? Because you presented this teasiness before, but now you're gonna say that was all just a... Oh, silly goose, I was just teasing you. Of course, you could never actually summon me. But I have to wonder, I mean... Are you a literally good ghost, or is this story trying to throw me for a loop and you're actually like an evil demon? But then I'm really thinking the story is just about two very adorable, very cute people who want to be together, but they are across mortal and dead plane. But then again, it is maybe possible to summon you. Maybe since this is an exploration walking game, we will have some opportunity to find this, but that would require us to have a literal spell book. Okay, well, jump back. I'm teasing you. Bullshit. Wait, something happened outside? What's going on? I don't know. Oh, is someone trying to rip down the house? It sounds like it's coming from the yard. I'll check the window. Check the window. I can't see from here. I'm gonna have to check it out. Stay here. It's not like I could go anywhere. She's like, please don't play with this. You don't have to be sarcastic all the time. Are all dead people like this? Well, if I ever meet anyone else, I'll let you know. Hey! Promise me you won't let anyone see you. You know me, Ede. If there's anything I'm good at, it's sneaking around. Ooh. Oh man, this house is falling apart. It's coming from outside. I'll have to make sure no one sees me. Ooh, do we get to be a little stealthy? There's something on the door. Somebody's there. They're nailing something to the house. Oh, it's probably like they're going to demolish this house, and being that the house is tied to the spirit, that would be a problem. Can I go look? I think they've left. Should be safe to go outside. Go sneak around. I mean, for all the mess that's going on, it's still a very nice house. Still, oh, look at that. They put graffiti. What a nice little touch. Anyways, I see a bunch of flyers. Oh my gosh, there's holes in the stairs too. Ah, look, keep out. Construction zone and everything. Gonna go look. They're definitely gone. What's this? No, what is this? Dun dun dun. Demolition. Can't read the words in front of me. You don't make sense at all. It's like when I'm lost in Eden's plays. Democracy? Demolition? I don't understand at all. Why is this? What does... What? What? What the fuck does this mean? I'm brought out of my haze by a sudden sound. Did she throw a book out? Okay, can I click on the book? It's the book I was reading to Eden. I must have dropped it. Did you, or did Eden do that? I picked up and made sure it was safe. Her books. Didn't Eden just say something crazy? You could summon me. You could get a spell book and candles and everything. Could I... Is that actually possible? Is that her only way out of here? I gotta be talking crazy. There's like municipal ways, right? Like the county clerk or the mayor. Except for the fact I live here illegally. No one can prove that. There's literally nowhere I can go for help. You could deem this as a historical artifact that cannot be destroyed. But was Eden even serious? I need to go tell her. Ah! Someone saw us. Hey, girl! You can't be on that property. It's a hazard. Step away from the porch or we're forced to contact your guardians. Sir, I am old enough to be my own guardian. Shit. I guess I have no choice. I have to go out on my own if I want to save Eden. I'll be back, Ede. I promise. And I'll have a way to get you out of here. You've got a demolition notice! Oh, can we not go in? Is there anything I can wander around here? People have been using Eden's house as a junkyard for decades. Some delicious oil. Let's see, anything else we can click on before we head out? Because there didn't seem much for me to do. Man, there was these pillars and they got destroyed too. I guess we're making our way. This is the only place I could think of. A library, right? Or a college. When you don't have a home or money, to the library you go. You have very limited options. It's not like there's some witch I could go to and ask for an enchanted spell book. It'll be on the internet, don't worry. So my only option is... I don't know the last time I've been in a library. This feels stupid. But... they have to, like, something. Some kind of lead. This is a big last library, so... now it's the question, are we going to be able to find information of her past or how to potentially summon a ghost out of the otherworldly plane? How am I supposed to find anything? Type in ghosts summoning witchcraft. Bam. And if not that, how to move an electrical being into a fleshy body. Oh, there's some flyers on the desk. Apologies for the mess. The library is short-staffed currently. If any books are lying around, please return them to the proper sections. Make sure books are put away in the proper order as well.
Each section is labeled on the pillar to its left. Press escape to see the books you've picked up in your item menu. To jump into the fourth wall. Don't forget to check out when you're done. Thank you, the head librarian. P.S. Watch your step. The floor is starting to give in our highly trafficked areas. You mean this foundation of your building is crumbling and you're letting people walk around?
You took library flyer! I don't have a library card, so I'm gonna have to swoop
5 finger discount.
This library's really a mess, though. Maybe one of these books... Of course, a spell book is just gonna be conveniently lying around and be like, oh, all the spells you could ever need. If not, maybe if I put the books away, I'll find where they keep the occult stuff. It's probably next to the anime nerd stuff. Can I actually fall? Like, I'm actually curious. They tell me this, but could I actually fall in this area? Like, I'm hella curious about that. Anyways, let's actually read. Horror? Potentially? Oh, that's how you run. Science fiction? Well, science fiction might help me. Dang, that couch is in my way. Prose? How is prose gonna help me currently? Mystery? Academic? Mean? Oh, what is this? Occult. That must be my section. How do I find out about the stuff? Give me the stuff. Give me the stuff. Can I not find anything on this? Maybe if I go here. Ah? Okay, maybe there's something else I need to do first. Unless, of course, I have to pick up the books. Fantasy? Do I need to just pick up the open books? This is one of Eden's favorite books. I think it was 4th on her bookshelf. Wait, Antigone? Antagony? Do I know this story? Oh, the daughter of Oedipus. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. Wait, oh my god! We were in a freaking play with this! Oh, this is a freaking tragedy. Right. Right. Oh my god. Just to preface, if you've never seen this story, Antigone kind of takes the part of stage design, lighting as well for this, and it was a great play. It just sucks because following in line of this whole story with Oedipus and his downfall of fulfilling the tragic prophecy that his own life was trying to avoid by getting pitied and living. But anyways, he had a bunch of kids, Antigone being one of those, and what is it? His brother, Polynesius? And Antigone wanting to give him a burial, but obviously everyone's like, no, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you got the Antigone book. What else can we find here? One of favorite books. 5th on her bookshelf. The Tempest. Cannot remember what Tempest is about, but we'll figure it out in due time. I think it was 2nd on her bookshelf. The Picture of Dorian Gray. Why is it telling me specifically what number is on her bookshelf? Pride and Prejudice. Because I thought we were supposed to sort these of our own in the library. Wait, is there another place we can go? Hold on. Is there like a lower level we could go to? But I can't get in there. Damn. Third on our bookshelf. Study in Scarlet. Okay, so I think we have one more book to collect and then we just have to sort them, if I'm assuming that story correctly. Frankenstein, which would be... is Frankenstein considered first a science fiction or... Horror? No, I guess it would be considered a horror over science fiction. So this section is horror, so I should be able to put it here. Right? What do I need to do? So, I struggled so much. Just understanding the premise, like, what am I doing? So now I can go to drama? Alright, this is the right section. Fourth, third to the mystery we go. Okay, fourth is, I believe, the Tempest? No, fifth. Classical Greek for Antigone. Classical Greek is back here, right? Oh, high traffic areas. That's what you were talking about. Oh my god, the game gave me so many clues. Like, out. I feel bad. I feel so dumb. My god. What's my next book? Pride and Prejudice and Tempest. 5th and 6th. Okay, prose and then romance. Where was even the romance section? What's this? Romance. Prose was at the very start. It fits perfectly. Okay, now to romance. And this will somehow unlock the occult section. Something made a noise back at the back shelves. Oh, look at this. Conveniently, a cult book falls. Pick it up. It is an occult book. That's not creepy or anything. It's the only book I've ever seen, though. I guess I'll be taking you. Because now it's the question, are you grabbing an occult book that's the king? Hold on. Oh, so I guess it is something, because I was freaking out a moment. It was like the King in Yellow kind of book, but I guess. The magical grimoire of sigils and rituals for summoning and mastering spirits. I guess that's what I'm trying to do. Well, let's see what we got. The book is filled with odd symbols and circles. I can't really understand what any of them mean. What words are coming up? Maybe I should start there. Master, spirit, experiment, exorcism, planets, pentacles, pentagrams. Getting nowhere. Flip the pages until I find something that catches my eye. Oh. Seeking lost love. Eden is that to me. You have to be careful about what you're doing. if thou is wishes to perform the experiment of seeking lost love, observe in what manner the experiment is to be carried out. Then thou shalt repeat over the following oration. This has to be it. Skimming. That's your first problem. You skimmed. You cannot skim this. This is not a senior level class where you can make it or break it. This is life and death. I look to the end for any ritual elements. So the experiment is made up of 3 elements: the staging, the oration, and the summoning. For the staging, I need something to draw a magical circle. Chalk! An artifact from the departed. Books you got? Anita has plenty of stuff at home, and I know I left a paint can somewhere. This actually looks like I can do it. Oh, it's late already. I better go home and explain this all to Eden. You took the occult book. Time to head out. Time to spray. Ah! Hold up. You can't just leave the library without checking out. Shit. I better run. It's snowing. Starts snowing. I need to get home. Time to run! It's snowing even harder. I want to go to talk to Eden, but I need to find the spray paint and artifact first. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna find it. Do I have to just look around for junk? There's a photo of Eden and her family on top of the shelf. Or at least I think it is. Eden can't come out of her room, so she's never said anything about this picture. Kind of eerie, the music that's playing, not gonna lie. I click on the t-shirt. One of my shirts, just randomly hanging on the wall. The kitchen. We don't have electricity, so the fridge is useless. It's mostly all storage now. See, something under the racks. I reach and find the dusty can of spray paint. Oh yeah. What else am I looking for? Don't we already have an artifact? Like, do I need to click on it? Can't. Okay. What's that? Shoes? Oh, I can't even click on the shoes. Never mind. Smells like mildew. Ew. I'll take my chances with a mattress. So, do I just go up now? What else do you want me to look for? I already got the book. What else am I searching? Like, seriously, what am I searching for? Click on this. What you want me to click on? Don't have that. What am I close clicking on? Or do you want me to click on the occult book? I'm just lost. What am I doing? What do I need? Click on key items? What else do you need me to do? Okay, but you don't know if it's her photo or not. Interesting. I mean, you're gonna tell her I'm summoning you back to the reality. Sitting and braiding her hair over and over. Huh? Heather, is that you? Surprise! I got you the best gift. You made it back. I missed you. I missed you too, Ede. I can't fool her. She already knows that something's wrong. What happened outside, love? You're gonna need to work with me, okay? I'm still too afraid to tell her. I show Eve the family photo. Is this your family? When did you find this picture, Heather? Yes, it's my mom and my dad. Okay, now think about what this picture means to you. I've got to get to work. Hang on, my eye is super itchy. Yeah. Anyways. Draw the summoning circle with enough space. There should be room next to the lamp. Heather, where are you disappearing? She suddenly disappeared. I'll talk to you after, Eden, I promise. Ah, you scared me with that circle. Why is there... Oh, you're reappearing there. What are you doing? Please, Heather, tell me what's going on. Stop running around and talk to me. Can I not talk to you? Eden. Do you remember what you told me this morning? Do you think we can actually do it? Heather, are you serious? I was joking with you before. I know you were, Eden. But if there were a reason, and we couldn't do anything else, do you think I could summon you? Heather, what happened? What did you see outside? I show Eden the demolition notice. You're a ghost, and I'm a homeless runaway. There's literally nothing we can do. Heather, if the house came down, do you have an idea what would happen to you? I know you're already dead, Ede. But what if I lost you forever? Eden's face suddenly showed a calm determination. So, let's do it. Oh, you're on board. Okay. What? Let's summon me. You're serious? I mean, this back and forth, she clearly is on board. She's like, hey, the house is coming down. Gotta get a game plan in place. You went through all this alone for my sake. I also don't know what would happen to me if the house were to... I trust you, Heather. Whatever happens, I'll always trust you. Eden. Is this what the photo was for? She gestures to the photo. Yeah, the ritual requires an artifact that means something to you. I see. This absolutely won't do, then. Huh? Shouldn't you know me better than that, love? Obviously, it was gonna be a book. I mean, literally, we have your book in our possession. But then again, I guess she was like, oh, I should believe that her family at heart. But clearly with the content warning, homophobia, Christianity, yeet them out the window. My family and I weren't close. Not even on my deathbed. Told you it was gonna be family hate. It had taken a century to put those memories to rest. They were my parents. They fed and raised me, but they were assholes. But Heather, you're my real family. Oh, the found family trope. You're my family too, Ede. Please tell me this has a good ending. You're giving me everything, and then you're gonna probably put salt in the wound. Please don't. Please. So... how about you get me an artifact that makes sense? Eden moves to hold my hand, and it flutters through. Of course, though, it phases through. I look down at my hands and realize I've still been carrying Eden's book from this morning. Yeah, come on. But still, this would be really cute as like an actual short film, like the freaking person talked about how they did this in junior year of college. This would be exciting to see a filming of this. Anyways, while I look back up, she's also staring at it in a daze. I really do love when you read to me. Oh. I don't think anything, not even in life, ever made me that happy. Well, I think we're decided then. We're going to get you out of here, Ede. Laid back, we come back. Hello? Game? Game? Where are you? Game? Hello? Where are you? Fuck. We can't continue because we're not playing. Yes! We're back up and running. I gotta do this over. Wait a moment. Got it back up. So, let's do it. Everyone's like, what? Like, yeah, we're gonna summon somebody. I mean, obviously, we don't know if your body, your soul, your mind is attached to the house or items in the house, or if you're trapped in the spot. So, they both have trust in each other if they want to stay together, so they've got to figure out a plan. Eden. And then obviously she's like, why you have that photo? And be like, surprise, my family was shit. And like, yeah, now we need the book. We need the book. You're my real family. Ew. We're going to get you out of here. You fade to black and this will not crap out. Yay! Alright. So now this time the summoning circle didn't appear because I ran right to Eden. It might just be a glitch, but still. Hopefully I'm able to draw the full circle. Eden's body is rigid. She has to focus all her energy in order for this to work. So, I've prepared. No, you haven't drawn it, lies! The next thing to do is read the ornation. Now that I'm in the space, I'm realizing that maybe I should have read everything at the library. I got eager and skipped ahead to the directions. Cool it, Heather. Just reading a book. See, I feel like something bad's gonna happen because you skipped ahead. Is everything alright, love? No, I'm alright. No, you're not alright. You skimmed through the book that literally is for the purpose of summoning. What bad consequence is gonna happen because of that? I'm scared. I'm scared. Go back to meditating. No! How about read? Read! She resumes her concentration and I don't pick up the book. She's putting her all into this. You should have put your all into reading the book. I can't waste you. Did the demolition notice not tell you how much time you have? I'm going to start. No! Ender. Most holy, most righteous, and most gracious angel. Because the other scary thing, what if the book is going to make her go to the afterlife? That's the other scary part. What if she's literally putting her in the grave? Okay. Who has, through thy humility and mercy, repaired lost love and life wherewith thou art filled, grant unto us that we may fall worthy, that this experiment may perform perfectly, so that thy humility and mercy may issue from thou, which may attain from us lost love and life. I bow my head to my knees. Oh God, I'm sweating so badly. After suffering through those lines, I check the book again. Next, I take the artifact and place it in the center of the circle. I sit up quickly, doing my best not to disrupt Eden's meditation. Okay, that's done. I'm even physically holding my breath with every sentence we go. Okay. Now, I invoke the names of the following angels. Why are we invoking angels? That sounds like you're sending her to heaven, not summoning her from the grave. Even though, yes, it said it was witchcraft, but I'm scared. It's like, in that moment, oh no, my vision twists. I can't read any of this. All the letters bounce across the page. It makes my eyes cross so I get dizzy. Oh. Olander? Eden, I can't do it. I feel pathetic. Can't I even do this much to save Eden? Why didn't I pause? Feel a small gust of wind next to me. As Eden leans in front of me to read. Mutter, 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 mutter. It won't work if I'm saying it. I need you to repeat after me, okay? Look at that, finding a solution. Though now I'm wondering, is the book itself causing her not to be able to read, or dyslexia? Could be. Orlander, cypress, willow. Orlander, cypress, willow. Magnolia, elm, wisteria. Wisteria? Magnolia, elm, wisteria. Acacia, coriander, elwyn. Acacia. Coriander. Verum. L1? Why is the scene getting darker and darker too? That's it. I stumbled the way through. But I'm holding my hands together as tightly as I can. My head on my knees. Please. Help me save Eden. I'll do anything. No! What if you sacrifice your life for her to come back? What if that is because you said lost love? Oh shit, are they already starting demolition? Or were you summoning hell? I don't know. I don't know. Ah! Whole house is shaking. Is it over? Oh god, what if they both are dead? Oh, House is still again. Are you okay, Ede? I'm fine. You okay? I think so. God, Eden looks alright, but is she alive? Like, nothing changed at all. Huh? It didn't work? Do you feel different at all? I stares down at her hands for a long time. They still phase through each other. So what experiment did you actually do? It didn't work. The emotions running through me are indescribable. Read the book. Maybe if you read the book, you would see some other things that needed to go down. Or did you teleport the house to another dimension? Despair doesn't even begin to cover it. After all that, and Eden, you still... The house is gonna come down. And Eden's going to be trapped inside. And I can't do anything. I'd rather die. Oh God, no. What if that's the option? Oh no. The music changed. What was the flash? Was this you having an epiphany? You know. Ah. I mean, in a way, but we don't know what's going to happen if you go down that path. You know, there's always one way. What are you talking about? Began shuffling through my bag. Here. Oh, you want to go out that way? No! Wait! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh my God. Is my timer still going? Hold up. I'm a dumbass! I'm a dumbass! I put 9 hours. I put 9 hours. Put fucking 9 hours. What? Excuse me? How did I... Feeling dumb. Oh my God. Feeling kind of dumb. Hey, I need to disappear for a moment because I didn't put the right kind of timer on. I got cold. I was chilly. Reedy. Obviously, getting this implication that's very terrifying because I'm already piecing together what she's thinking. So, Heather shows Eden the demolition notice again. Ugh. But then it's the dark other side because she's a runaway and apparently she has nowhere else to go. She has no money. And she's found someone she cares about. So she's like, what if we just go to the other side? But what is the other side? Because what happens? What happens if then Heather gets stuck in this spot and then Eden disappears? What if that is a possible end? And then the whole ritual, did it work or not? Because then Heather didn't raid. Oh. I could stay here. I could wait with you until the house comes down. See? She's like, absolutely no! Because literally,
You're going to watch the person you love die. And guess what? You're not going to die nicely if you wait for the house to come down. You're going to get crushed. You suffocate, starve to death, thirst to death. Do you not understand the implications? But then again, it's the whole thing of in love, in desperate, and wanting to be with the one person you care about. That way, we both know it. And we won't know because you don't know if you're going to become a spirit or not. That's the other implication here. Eden, we don't know why she's a spirit. We don't know if this in this world is because of regret, because of loss, because of strong emotion, or because she is stuck here, if they didn't bury her body correctly, if it was a ritual, or because she's in purgatory. We don't know what's going to happen with Heather because she seems finished with life because there's no other option she feels she wants to do. I don't know what's going to happen. See, even no! No! Eden, you said it yourself. This was the only way to get you out of here. Eden is not the expert on transmuting her body into human or getting her spirit out of here. Unless she was able to commune with other spirits, we don't know. We have no actual indication. I'm not going to let you kill yourself for me. Like, in any case, it's not like they're on a sinking ship or something where there is no escape. And if anything, maybe start trying to pull books out of the room and see if it moves her body. Start ripping apart the boards or stuff. Start to see if it's an object in the room that you can take with. Look more, please. But you can pass on and I never get to see you again? Again, this is information that's undetermined. But do you really want to end everything and not reunite again? But then again, it's the whole fact of, like, do you even meet people you've seen in the life afterwards? Or is it a complicated maze? Or is it just darkness? Yeah. You don't even know what would happen. Exactly. And you'll stay the way you are and I can finally be with you. No, Heather, no! Look at me! These are the cries of a desperate person, but put your heads together, come on! How about reopen that book and start reading the pages you skimmed? I can't even flip through a book. I mean, that's another thing, like, hey, we won't be able to do anything in the other life. The mortal plane kind of has some benefits, like opposable thumbs that can flip pages. Please. Don't give up your whole life for me. But then again, the other point is Heather doesn't see another life without Eden because, for one, Eden would disappear, essentially, if we're taking that premise. Eden would no longer exist in any physical realm. And Heather, sure, she may clean up her act, get a job, find a home or something else, but what quality would her life there be after? Of technically abandoning the one she cared about most in world, especially in her most trying time. God. And it's the other thing I'm just realizing, is this a kinetic novel or is there actually like a decision I have to make? Oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna actually have to make a decision. Ede.
I'm a homeless squatter. We're bringing this up. We know you don't have an actual house, but please. To die today. To die today. With the unknown factor, if you become even a spirit, if you stay here. There is so many factors at play, and we've still not reopened that book. Is pissing me off. Can I make a save? No, I can't. What do I have to give up? The matter of you being in the physical realm, plane existence, to move and do as you want and not be trapped. That's the other part. You're literally going to, in a sense, trap yourself here, but then you're going to trap yourself in a broken dirt of home, where there's no longer the books, there's no longer the comforts, and now you're just two spirits that potentially are going to just cease to exist at all in a few moments. This is making my eye itch. Oh my God. It's too much stress. And I just wanted them to be happy. Why do you got to demolish a home? Can you just renovate it? It's a futile gesture. But I put my hand over hers, the floaty, to feel the sensation, the phantom sensation, taking her hand into hers. Of course, like always, passes right through. Why? Stop giving me sad queer stories. Stop. Can I just have some happy ones? Please, 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 please. I don't need this bittersweetness. Ow, I actually crunched my toe a little bit. I'm stressing. You're my whole life, Ede. And you're stubborn. You would even leave this place after waking up to a ghost staring into your soul. This was the only place I could stay. I'm probably just tied to it as you are, Ede. And I fell in love with a ghost. And I fell in love with a stubborn girl. And I know I can't stop you once you've made up your mind. Can't you possess her and she get out? But is this what you really want? I mean, obviously, in the actual span of want, need, desire, happiness, no, Heather would like to continue on and enjoying the physical realm and its wonders. But it seems her being a squatter, a homeless teen, she doesn't have many options to enjoy freely without being arrested, being prosecuted, being chased, being put into a home of sorts. You never know. Or, they said they have no electricity, no water. How are you supplying yourself with food? How are you supplying yourself with hygiene? How are you supplying yourself with all these things? But then again, that you've done this for a year, but then I'm assuming the snow arriving is now kind of a way of bearing and changing the seasons into cold. I don't know. I'm just rambling because I'm sad. Of course it is. I'm scared, but she's scared, but she has you. I'm more terrified of losing you. I want to be with you, Eden. Whatever that means. God! This is stressful. This is supposed to be... I was hoping we would be able to summon. Come on. Maybe the spell actually works. I don't know. I stare at the crumpled up paper in my hand. So is something else gonna happen? Because we're apparently being given a week. So you couldn't maybe look for another occult book in that time? But again, the whole stubbornness, you're set to ixnay existence. Can you wait for me till then? Heather, I've been waiting for years. Wait, does it end on that? Oh my... It was beautiful. It was beautiful, but seriously... Can't wait for the next game. Bravo, bravo. Ow, my fingers. Beautiful music. I would like to look at it. Cheers. Oh, their wonderful partner. Oh. And I enjoyed. Is she a ghost now? But she's outside, so... Does this mean she's A-okay? She's a ghost now? Eden and I stare at what was once her house. Our house. Right. My bad. You sure you don't regret it? Oh, so we've died, apparently. You sure you don't regret it? If I didn't stay, I wouldn't have been able to live with myself. I'm happy, Eden. Then I'm happy too. We take in the desolate sight in all its glory. And Eden takes my hand. Oh. But they were able to hold hands. Ah. Oh, what a beautiful end for the game over. Beautiful. Oh. Fuck. That was a sweet nugget, but oh, the pain. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could have made this into like a full-length, like, besides being a short film, it could have been expanded into a whole novel series where they went from meeting to the year to this event. Oh, chills. Excellent, beautiful. I am sad, but it gave me some kind of hope in the afterlife of love. But that's it for that game. And we will proceed on with the rest of the other bits of romantic games we want to showcase or even try a different emotional state for each game we try. Oh my god, well, I'm all burpy. Apparently making me sad is doing this. Anyways, bye.